Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a decent situation battle round I got over the weekend in the Hizack. I hadn't run the Hizack in a while. It is, a fairly nice basic general. Has the beam rifle, which could use some work. The fire rate is a little bit low. It's not terrible. It's better than the Axaku version, honestly, because heat management on that is bare. But also has some grenades, and currently is using the Heat Hawk. So yeah, the beam rifle Heat Hawk configuration, which is one of the two official ones. The other one being Zaku Machine Gun Kai and Beam Saber. And yeah, it's got a dodge roll. It's got a shield. It's not the best shield in the world. It's kind of small, but could definitely be worse. It does save me at least once here. The Z-Zulu I have type advantage on, but it does have some stun defenses, which like maneuver armor, and I believe it's harder to stun when it has the claws out, both of which make it a little bit hard to contend with. That saying, I believe I do fairly well against it a couple of times this round. We will find out. And man, you know what isn't worth the effort? Sinuses. Like, don't have those if you have the option. Actually have the sinuses. My father once worked with someone when he was a school custodian who decided that the best way to treat his sinus infection was to pour Listerine up his nose. Apparently that destroyed his sinuses, and he kept smoking, which was excruciating after that. So that was kind of amazing. But yeah, let's see. Gaza C, I swear it's harder to knock out of the sky here than it is outside of situation battles, because I land a couple of shots on it here and there, and it keeps going. Maybe they did ultimately give it some kind of, like, defense against that, but I remember it not. I remember breathing on that wrong, being enough to knock it out of the air when I used it, so maybe I need to try it again, or at least, re-educate myself on the skill list there. But yeah, it has fewer weapons than probably anything else here. So I don't know if they buffed that for the second weekend or not. I know I'm pretty sure they buffed the Gallus K and the Hygog, but maybe they anticipated this and buffed the Gaza before they even started. I'm not sure. See, grenade, I was hoping the person would walk into it. You get that sometimes when you're lucky, but also sometimes you just back into a desert Zaku and have something useful to do. And yep, and here's the Zogok, which managed to get a counter on that. I lucked out. I thought I hoped it would take once I saw the punches start, but yeah, I was not super confident. And I hit the crates. I do that a lot. I wish sometimes the ASL would mean that and some of the, I don't think actually that the Marasai / Hizack beam rifle has any of that, so, pardon the braining, but I really kind of would like to see sometimes your mobile suit, like, adjust its arm to change where it's aiming, like an actual, mobile suit would do. But that would probably be better suited for a game with target lock, which, of course, GBO2 does not have. So, okay. And there is the Gaza once again. It is going to fly away, and I noticed that since the person I was near got blown up, that would have been a 3-on-1 if I moved in. Now it's going to be a 2-on-1 or a 1-on-1, so that I will work with. Got the Z-Zulu down. There's the Gaza again, which got around me, which, perfectly fine. Good on it. Got it with the grenade. And there's the Z-Zulu. Got a counter there as well. Because of the latency, honestly, sometimes it works much better to wait until, like, you see the swing, like, start to animate, even when you know the attack is coming, because otherwise you may just bonk off of them. Of course, sometimes if the latency is in the other mood, you will instead just, you know, get stunned out of that tackle before you can do it with that timing. So, you know, it. I really wish that there was a way to make it so that this game was not quite as dependent on the mood your internet is in that day and the mood everybody's internet is in that day. You know, I have a feeling that this game just runs so much better if everybody playing is in Japan. Because I've heard that, you know, Japan's ISPs are pretty good to begin with in terms of, you know, connection speed and all those, but also just the you know, a more concentrated player base would probably mean less latency. And honestly, I feel like sometimes the latency is not really taken as seriously as a problem because, you know, all the players and testers are in Japan. But to that end, don't forget there is a survey up currently. So if you have anything you want to recommend for the game or anything you want to tell them, now is the time. Still going to say, you know, probably, you know, I'm not going to say now be nice, be honest, but, you know, the more how do I describe it? I have a feeling that I've really expected that tackle to work. The less aggressive you are in your honesty, probably the more seriously your comments will be taken. I have no evidence to that. That is just my belief that, you know, it is easier to discount even correct opinions that come with abuse. So yeah, again, just me having opinions here, and just, you know, case in point, you can negative opinions can be put honestly and gently. It is my firm belief that that bluntness and honesty are different qualities. They can be connected, and sometimes they need to be, but it's not not necessarily the case. So just, you know, a lot of times in terms of getting a message across, you have to know who you're talking to. That's just kind of the thing. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. I'm amazed I have enough brain to have 2 cents. Like my sinuses are, like I said, just not in a good mood. And again, like the sinus and the neck problems kind of work together. So, and once the spinous gets going, it's horrible. Okay, but yeah, we have got this in the bag. 20 seconds or so left. Trying to get on that dwudge before, I think it's dwudge? Yeah, it's dwudge. Before time runs out, but yeah, I didn't get the last shot in, but I think, oh yeah, I did. I got the tackle. All right, so yeah, decent finish to the round. And I think that was a fairly decent performance all in all. Again, sometimes just suits that do the basics. It's a good feeling to go back to those sometimes, because there's so many different things in this game now. I feel like I have a good grasp of the basics, but doing anything more specific than that just really kind of has to wait for the right mood. 4 and 2, 98,000 damage, second overall. I think that is pretty good. So that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. I got no idea what to put here, so I think I'm just going to let the sinuses win this round and get to rendering.